Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and I know it's been a while since I've made a video, so today we're going to kick this new run of videos off with this small toolbox. So before we start anything, we've got to mill all this timber down. So I did this before I brought my jointer and planer, so we're doing this a bit of a different way, using the table saw for most of this construction of the box. So I set up a sacrificial fence there just so I don't damage the actual fence of the table saw, just to take the first cut of this timber. I don't know what timber this is. I got a lot of timber from a friend who was moving away, and just a big bunch of mixed species. So you'll see me using this in quite a few projects coming up. But I tell you what, the finish on this is absolutely beautiful when it was all varnished up. So this does take a while when you don't have all the big fancy gear to actually get down the timber to the right size and all cleaned up. So there we go with the last cut, and the blade is pretty dull and it's actually burning the timber. Just a bit of a clean up on the disc sander. This removes the majority of marks from the table saw and just cleans it up quite nicely, and then we'll just finish it off with the palm sander, working through all the grits. I like to prepare this timber to a nice finish before I start building the boxes. So I'll be joining this box together with the 45 miters. It'll be strong enough and there'll be no visible joints at all. And there we go again. I should have changed the blade by now, but I'm just too lazy and haven't done it, and it's burning all the timber. So this will get it down to the exact size that I need every part, and it'll get it all ready for the glue up. So I was trying to match all the grain so the grain is pretty much continuous around the whole box. I was quite lucky with the lids that it sort of flowed into the sides as well. So just a bit of a liberal amount of glue on there, and we just fold her up with the old blue tape method. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. And you can find us on Instagram, and if you'd like to support us, we are on Patreon as well. And just using a wet rag there to clean up a bit of the squeeze out. I like to use the 1, 2, 3 blocks to help to square it all up off the actual workbench, and also I find it evens out the clamping pressure as well. Jump down in the comments section and tell us how you like to make your boxes. What sort of joinery do you use and these sort of finishes. Now this one's going to be used in the workshop. So I'm using a bit of a satin varnish on it, so it should be a little bit more durable, and I'd be interested to see how you guys do it. And there it is, all glued up. It went pretty smoothly, this glue up, and I ended up leaving it for about a day, and we got into more sanding. I sanded a lot on this project, so I cut a lot of it out, not to bore you with it all, but there was a lot. And I just filled up a broken bit there with the black CA glue and a bit of activator, and it sanded out quite nicely. And it's on the bottom, so you're never going to really see it. And just using a bit of blue tape just to make sure there's no tear out when I cut the lid off. And I thought I'd just put a 45 chamfer on the inside. of the box on the lid and on the base, just to make it look a bit different. I do enjoy breaking out the chisels and doing a little bit of chisel work from time to time, and it actually came out quite good. I quite enjoyed it. I was actually quite surprised. I got quite a nice 45 around the entire lid and base. And just finished off with a bit of brass hardware there. And I decided to put these brass corner protectors on there because this is going to be used in the workshop, and I can see it getting knocked around a little bit. And it's just time for the glamour shots. So I'm really happy with the way this came out and all the grain wrapping around it all, and it's used for my 1/4 inch socket set. It never had a box and the actual plastic inlay was falling apart, so I needed some way of doing it. Now I know this is an overkill for a workshop box, but the way I see things, build everything nicely even if it's shop furniture, and it's good practice for when you actually come and do a nice project. So thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you do like this project. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.